how's that for an introduction, guys? So we're sitting in the shade and it's 42, 43. Let's not boast about it, let's just say it's 42. It's in the shade, just chilling underneath the box of my new cruiser. So I guess that's why we're here. I haven't done a tool rundown or a rundown on my new rig. You got to see my old rig in my first day in the life of firefighter mechanic in WA. Working for a contractor, work for Premium Mechanical Group. I've been with the company for over 18 months now. I'll just say it. I'll say it with no bravado. I'll say it with a welcome thank you for my fellow workmates and the company I work for recognising it. I just got Employee of the Year. I do big swings and I try to be a good mate and a good leader at work. Interact with the boys outside of work, because we all work pretty fucking hard for what we do. We earn really good money, and that's why we work as hard and as much as we do. So anyway, welcome to the brand new cruiser, last of the V8s. She's in a fucking state at the moment because we've been working on this dual rig over here. You can see the mast off there, Pit Viper. Then we would pull some hoses and whatnot off the head. There's been a bit of oil flying through the air. We had the back end of or front end of a cyclone, almost a cyclone you could say it, for Alpha. Probably about 8 or 9 hours drive away from here. Yeah, about 8 hours drive. But anyway, this is the cruiser, might as well get into it, eh? So it's the last of the new shape of the cruisers, and it's also the last of the V8s. It's got less than 5,000 Ks on it, and this is my new work rig. Inside's not much to be fancy about. Turn that down because the wind noise is going to be ridiculous. So yeah, it's just your normal standard Land Cruiser. I've updated the dash a bit, cruise control, no power windows, unfortunately, no central locking. But yeah, this is the business end of it, I suppose. So a bit more storage in these, consumables in there. These boxes double up on either side. I haven't unlocked the other side, it's just consumables again and lifting gear. This is the back here, this is lifting gear, fill point for the diesel. I think it's 160 litre tank, it might be 180. I haven't really been paying much attention. But yeah, that's the lifting gear in there, so there's plenty of storage in these. The boss has gone and kitted them out with Rockbox, as we all are kitted out with Rockbox. Bottom drawer is also a shelf, pops up, 3/4 set, 0 degree offset, ring spanners. What have we got? Impact drive set, torque wrench there. So this is the main, because it's the driver's side, just naturally for me, this is the side I want to kind of work out of. It's not like working on the side of the road as you would, and want everything in your offside, or your near side, your near side. Offside's off from the gutter, near side, inside to the gutter. Yeah, so I want to step out of the cab and jump into it. So I've got all my charging stuff from my Milwaukee gear. I've got a 3/4 gun, 1/2 drive gun, tech gun, which I use a 3/8 drive set on. I've got 3/8 drive ratchet, which I just bought. Impact sockets, chrome sockets, spanners, organised imperial, metric, plenty of spanners. You never know what you're going to need. Pry bars, drifts, easy outs, pin punches, heel bars, pin punches, chisels, pliers, all my shifters. If you're a young bloke, you shouldn't use the shifter, you should use the right spanner for the job. 3/8 drive socket set, 1/4 drive socket set. These things are fucking amazing, swivel headed sockets. So if you usually use your universal to get your socket in tight places, but then you've got socket on top, so you're actually taking up more room. And because these Milwaukee guns are quite short and stubby, the places that you can get them in, and then mixed with that socket of places you wouldn't normally be able to usually get them in. I've got lighting as well, so I can see everything in there at night because we do day and night shift. But yeah, swivel head sockets, extensions, breaker bar, ratchet, some sockets that I have some Allen keys that I've got to make up for doing attachment hoses on Liebherrs and Cats. There's matching sockets to go, 17mm, what is that, 19mm? It's 19mm I think, yeah, 19mm, a 19mm socket, make that up so we can get into the attachment hoses because it's weird. I don't know why they've thought about design, but when a lot of engineers design things, they don't really think about the mechanic or the fitment afterwards, and the fastener is actually shadowed by the ferrule for the hose on the high pressure attachment hoses and all the high pressure on hoses on most of these as well. Instead of making the flange a little bit bigger and making it easy to get an Allen key right in on, you've literally got to go in on an angle. You can never go in straight. So we do that on the end of a breaker bar. And you know, this breaker bar's got a fair bit of reach on it. That's what I usually use, and I'm not swinging off it, but I give it a little kind of little nudge, make sure they're all tight, and then the machine goes back to work, no leaky, and have a multi-million-dollar machine digging up multi-million-dollars worth of iron ore and looking the GDP of the country. Look at me with my fancy fucking words. Anyway, rambling as fucking usual. Let's get back to it. So the other side's exactly a mirror of this. Hammers. It's honestly like, I used to work out of an open canopy, and the tools that you need for this job, you can get away with a couple of tool bags, screwdrivers, spanners and whatnot. Most of these sites we go to, actually I had a yarn with one of the boys before, most of them, the tool store has fucking everything you need. It'll have your 3/4 guns, it'll have your 1/2-inch guns, it'll have all your fucking Milwaukee batteries. Having all this just makes my job 10 times easier. I have to go back and forth to a store. I am halfway through cleaning it up, but because I don't work out of tool bags anymore like the past open canopy, there's my tool bag there. So when I'm doing a shut like this, walking up and down stairs, I've got that bag, and I've got a little canvas bag that I'll put in all my tools that I know that I need for the job. I know the job that I'm going to do because I'm told that in pre-start, or I handed it over by the shift before me, or say it's a breakdown, I've got a rough idea, I know what's happening, so I'm going to take the tools up and a little bit more than I need, so I have to go back up and down the stairs because you can't take your fucking ute up the stairs, you can't take a toolbox up the stairs, so we run out of a tool bag like that. Bit of storage up the top here. It's a bit hard to get stuff into there. I'm not a short bloke, I'm 5'10", 5'11" in boots, so I'm not short, but getting up there can be a bit of an issue on hard sometimes. So I just keep towels, spare shirts, hats. I like hats. Not because I want to hide my fucking good looking head or anything like that, but I've got hats. We wear bucket hats up here too because it is fucking stifling and fucking hot all the time. So there's a bucket hat there. Primo bucket hat here. Sweat stains all over it. Anyway, we'll move around. So it's got a drawer as well, which has all the big shit in it. Big spanners, torque wrench, some lighting, spring compressors that I'll probably never use, big shifter, hammers, you know, all the big stuff. That's a nice easy slide drawer. Ladder hangs out the back here, vice on the back, cones, dirty big fire extinguisher. I'll come back to that one in a bit. More stuff, thermometer from earlier. What do we got? We're still sitting at, we're actually getting closer to 45, and that's not sitting inside anything that should be really absorbing the heat. Big Sean McLinden, the big sooter, gave me this the other day because he's got two compressor. Pretty important when we're out on the road. I've got two spares in here, which take up a lot of unnecessary room in here, but that's not my decision. But yeah, you know, you can be literally hours and hours and hours away from help. So it's a good idea to have a compressor and a plug kit so you can fix your own flats, because I've had 2 flats in one day before, and once you've got 2 flats and you've got no spares, pretty standard behaviour to carry 2 spares out here too. I think it's actually mandatory for most of our journeyage management plans. 2 spares, 5 litres of water, food, and if you don't have your sat phone or you know your two-way radio, CB radio, you've got a plan that you fill out, so if someone hasn't heard you call in or told them that you've arrived at your destination, then you know, people will start looking for you, because a guy out here had gone missing. I think he was missing for 2 or 3 days until they found him. It's a fucking sad story, really. But another gentleman that was working much like myself and a few of the other boys that did big swings, and Yeah, unfortunately had an accident, and yeah, there's nothing the journey management plan could have done to save him, but they might have got there a bit earlier. I don't know the intrinsic details of how he passed away, but yeah, this side's pretty empty at the moment. But I'm stacking up with a few things. There's going to be a side that kind of has like pliers and stuff, so there's pliers, screwdrivers. There's my Milwaukee pack-out kits that have sanding discs, drill bits, little bits and pieces for my die grinder, silver tapes, electrical bits, just yeah, silver tapes there, some spanners that I no longer really use. You wouldn't fucking believe it, but hopefully it's fucking do. So that ambient temperature is no fucking joke. The phone just shut down. All I'm doing is filming. There's no other operation because of how fucking hot it is. Yeah, just under 45. That's just chilling. It's not in direct sunlight. So I'll see how much further I can get on this without it shutting down again. I can feel the phone. I've just taken the case off and it's fucking hot. So I've got, because they've changed the track in the front of these to fit the V8 engine in. Fuck knows why Toyota never ever actually changed the track in the rear of the diff. I don't know if you can see that offset. Probably see it pretty pronounced there actually. That's actually 2 inches. So I went online, I found Superior Engineering to actually have the best one. Shout out to Superior Engineering for fucking just doing this. They haven't helped me out at all, I paid for them. But that's 2 inches, 50 millimeters each side. And I kind of thought I was a fucking retard. I'm like, why am I wandering all over the road? That's because the front wheels are sitting in the tracks that the trucks make, and then the back is kind of riding up constantly. So it's like trying to sail a yacht out at sea and not having like an auto helm. Like you just constantly work on the wheel to try and keep yourself corrected. It can be fucking tiring. It was pissing me off. So yeah, I've got them. They got to be fitted. I got myself a blower here, Milwaukee blower for blowing out dust and dirt. As I said, it was heaps dirty and dusty. Like you can see, there's a little bit of residual shit there. That's literally just from dust and dirt blowing in. Like I had to grab my tools out and then shut this down and keep it closed. Otherwise, it would be like fucking mud in here. Now this, a lot of boys don't go for a fucking big old expensive fridge like this. This was $1,800 from ARB in Carafa. I ended up getting it for $1,600. You never know. Don't ask. Ask for a discount. I got one. So it's a 69 litre fridge freezer, and it helps me out a lot because I know you guys see I train a bit. I like train. I'm actually working on getting back into the biggest I've ever been and the strongest I've ever been. So I keep my meals in here. I've also got the fuels in here. Now because it is hot, you would usually just have these chilling, but I've got all the Loctites, the glues and whatnot. I keep that in the fridge because that shit goes off and hard. I've got fucking some Powerades in the fridge, frozen. This fridge is shut down again, the phone. They're sitting at -3 and -15, which is pretty good. I can feel the phone getting hot. We're gonna go sit in the cab for a bit. I'll come back out and go on this when we cool down over a bit more of a ramp. So here we are back in the cab. And I'm gonna have to turn the aircon down, but I can't sit in here with it off for that long because it's that fucking hot. Cannot rate these enough. I've got these for my personal car solar screens, and for sites where I have to sit in the car and have lunch. I mean, it's amazing in here. It's like a fridge. Yeah, I've got the aircon running, but it insulates well. And my Y62 at home, I've got these in it. Well, not at home, down at Perth. That's not home. I can sleep in the car till 8 or 9 in the morning and not be bothered by the light or the heat, because they do really insulate the car. They're multi-layered, reflect the sunlight out one side, and then quite thick and insulated solar screens. I don't get a deal from them either. They are expensive, but I just bought the oldies a full set for their 200 series too. Like the whole back from passenger doors all the way back, front, and the screens as well. I run a little dash one on here too, because you can see that's my drive and eye line. Actually, that's probably it there. I can just see the end of the bonnet. But during the day driving this thing, that white bonnet pumps that sunlight back at you hard. So I run that there, keeps the dash cool. I can keep a drink on the dash here and it stays pretty reasonably cool. Yeah, nothing super special about these. I'd never been in one of these before, so I can't really speak about what they were before. but it's got a little Bluetoothy screen running here. Not much going on there, just play a bit of music. There's no reverse camera on this, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. There's dual battery, so if this main battery goes down, I can hit that, the dual battery, will then allow me to start that there. LED light bar, which is actually independent of high beam lights and everything. I can turn that on and off. Trash control. Trick with these bad boys and the Hilux is if you're at a dead stop and you hold that down, so it'll say turn trash control off, and then all the lights light up like a Christmas tree. That is trash control off. No trash control. It won't run cruise control at the moment either. Collision control and all that's off as well, because this has got that. But yeah, if you didn't know, that actually turns trash control off. So now it'll spin the back wheels all day, every day, and it won't cut any sort of deceleration or braking in. Yeah, that's proper trash control off. And that's handy for driving on dirt roads, because I personally don't like being pulled up and lose throttle mid-corner. If I'm out and it's muddy or whatnot, I want full control of the car. So yeah, as I said, it's a little bit messy in here just because through the day I've got my spare clothes in there. There's a bag of towels. Yeah, just some smelly things in there. Center console, nothing special here. Bag, a little bit of storage behind the seat. Definitely, again, not what the Hilux had so much more room. I can't put the seat back to chill out. If I wanted to have a sleep in this at all while I'm off shift, I can't. I wouldn't personally buy one of these at all. What you get for what you pay for. Maybe a dual cab. I'd have a dual cab, but yeah, they're not all that cracked up to be honest. I'd rather 200 series Land Cruiser 300 or my Y62. That's petrol though, it's not really going to survive the bid. So anyway, cruise control, dash all works, the air conditioner's cold, that's the most important thing, and it's got 4 wheels, it goes around and it makes me a shitload of fucking money. So yeah, this is the inside of the rig. Now the phone's cooled down a bit, I'll go finish running out the back. As I said, the other side's a mirror. It's just really running through what tools I've got there. As I said, there's a few other little things I need to get. I'm actually thinking about getting an inch Milwaukee gun. Again, you can book them out from the store, but it makes things so much easier having it yourself. Where were we at? Oh yeah, some multi grips, channel lock pliers. If I need to do any electrical diagnostics there. This side's mainly going to be full of consumables. Plenty of 3-bond. I've got my verniers there, colour textures that will mark things off, Boilermaker gear, there's a jacket there, some gloves there. There's some attachments for my 3.8 gun for fucking doing, also my tech gun for doing all my Inex sockets, Torx bits, whatnot. Gloves and that I keep in here. As I said, probably keep more consumables in here than anything. Have I gone in that one? Yeah, lifting tags, stuff, electrolytes, which are super important. Fucking, I had cramps 4 days ago that were that bad. I was waking up in the middle of the night. It was fucking ridiculous. You've got to keep hydrated up here. As a man, you be a man. Be responsible for yourself. Drink a lot of water. Keep your electrolytes up. You're responsible for yourself. It does get hot, but you're still expected to do some work, so you just carry on. You're not expected to work like a fucking bull, but you carry on and doing it. It's character building, and as I said, it's 40 something degrees up here, almost 45, and I'm barely sweating at the moment, and I don't feel it because I'm acclimatized to it. It's just normal for me. It's kind of psycho to say that, but it is. Little bits in there. Just bits and bobs, I've got to sort through that. Some more tape, some Epiroc straps, some parts that I probably don't need, scrapers for soap and grease out. One of the next sites I'm going to, I think, is Pilgangoora. I think I've opened this one. Again, this is another shelf that's super handy. I've wanted this for ages. Some hydraulic fittings, I'm probably going to have this just loaded up with hydraulic fittings. And I've gone and lined the other side with a fair bit of rubber too, just to stop the clanking and banging around. Pretty much it. Super simple mirrors. Work lights, plant number, solar panel. Not super impressed with the dual battery system on this. That fridge actually errors quite a bit when it has a cloudy day and it hasn't had time to charge up. I'm going to put a bigger amp hour battery in. It's only 105. I'm going to try put a 150 or a 200 in there. That'll solve those problems. Oh yeah, and around the other side, that's more storage, exactly the same, identical as the other side. side steps. It's got a GVM upgrade in it. I think I can take almost 4 ton. 600 amp hour inverter. It's not enough to charge 2 lots of Milwaukee batteries at once. I can only do one at faults. But yeah, I just work with that. So yeah, been up in the Pilbara for 18 months now, just over 18 months. I absolutely froth it. I love the hard work. I love the fucking challenge. In that saying, the challenge, like, it's just hot. It's fucking hot. This is pretty crazy and unique temperatures. Speaking of some of the African boys that work over here, they do have places like this in Africa, but this is pretty special place in the temperatures that we have, the conditions we have to work in, the dust, the dirt, the wind, and it's got to keep the work going, otherwise the mine stops. If we had a stop temperature here, fuck it, there'd be nothing to get done for 4-5 months of the year, you know. They stop temperatures in a lot of major cities at 36 and 37, and there's just nothing to get done up here. So you've got to just look out for your mates, keep your wits about you, monitor the calorie urine coming out, and go, fuck, I need to drink some water. And yeah, definitely pump those electrolytes, because the cramps can be fucking phenomenal. But yeah, that's it. That's the rundown of the brand new rig, less than 5,000 Ks. I was offered this a while ago. I just had to wait for it to come through. Super stoked to be recognised for how hard I work, how much I put in. This financial year, it's only a total of probably 8 weeks in total that I'd have off. So I don't know what 8 times 7 is. It's not that much. I don't know, work out what your weekends are, and I have less than that off a year. I've got a little holiday for my birthday, and then back at it again and work all the way through to the financial year. I think I've been up here for 6, almost 7 weeks now. This swing will be 10 weeks. My last one was 11. The one before that was almost 16 with a couple of days off in the middle. Maybe it was the one before that, I can't remember. But yeah, guys, I know a couple of you have been asking for it, but I'll put this video together. I can feel the phone getting hot again. It hasn't shut down. It's shut down twice now, and it's hot to touch. Because yeah, we'll just check that temperature one more time, because it is pretty skits. And look, you can see I'm not sweating super hard. It's just life and the way it is. 44. Depending on what way you look at it, it's almost 44. And yeah, there's a fridge sitting next to it that's running at -5, -15. It's got to work it a bit hard too, because that one side's supposed to be -22. Yeah, Premium Mechanical Group, Cruiser, I'm premium support now, which means that I've got I don't know, I'm not an expert at anything. I'll never profess to be an expert or a specialist. A lot of other countries have specialists in pieces of gear, and that's all they fucking do. I'll have a crack at anything, and I'll do anything. It's about having the mechanical principles, being able to ask questions, being able to look at diagrams, being able to read literature to help you do it. Shuts is a different space, because you get told to change components and away you go. You don't really need to know why. A lot of components are just changed out on hours. Cylinders, slew rings, bearings, booms get changed because of cracks, buckets get changed because of cracks, or it's up on its full life. Engines get midlife repairs, and then full life they come out and a new engine power pack goes in. So yeah, needs a wash. It's the fleet. Primo. Making moves in the Pilbara. Hope you enjoyed. I've got some more long format videos if you've made it this far. I've got shit from Philippines, I've got shit from fucking Indonesia, but I've obviously come straight back from work, straight from holidays, 6 weeks away, straight back to work. I've got content galore that I've got to put up. I hope you guys are enjoying my shit. Chucking some gym shit in there too. Keep people motivated. This is just me sharing my life. Hopefully I can fucking inspire people to be better, do better, want to make some money, retire early, be fit and strong, and be good fucking men. Have a good one, people. Peace.